Hello, this is Mr. Tole, and today we're going to speak about Half a Day by Naguib Mahfouz. Half a Day is an Egyptian short story written in Arabic by Naguib Mahfouz and was translated into English. And it speaks about a boy who went to the school for the first time. It was his first time or first day at school, and uh, 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 and it ends of the same little boy turning out to be a grandfather. So we're going to see what do we have here in this short story in this video. So first of all, we're going to speak about Naguib Mahfouz, a background of him. Naguib Mahfouz, as we know, he's an intelligent Egyptian writer or author who wrote many stories and many novels, and his novels and stories were made into movies, as we all know. So we're going to see what do we have here, the background. Naguib Mahfouz, he was born in December 11, 1911, died on August 30, 2006. Was an Egyptian writer who won the 1988 Nobel Prize for Literature. He is regarded as one of the first contemporary writers of Arabic literature, along with Taha Hussein. To explore themes of existentialism, he published 34 novels, over 350 short stories, dozens of movie scripts, hundreds of columns for Egyptian newspapers, and 5 plays. Over a 70-year career, many of his works have been made into Egyptian and foreign films. So this is Naguib Mahfouz, the intelligent and the one and only Naguib Mahfouz. So the vocabulary words of this topic, here the first one we have the word misgivings, and misgivings, it's a noun, and it means feelings of doubt or apprehension. So the first one is misgiving. The second one is exertion, and exertion is a noun, and it means physical or mental effort. Next, the word conjurers, and conjurers is a noun and it means magicians. And then majestically is an adverb and it means impressively and grandly. And the last one is the word gallantly, and gallantly is an adverb, means courteously or attentively. So the words again, the first one is misgivings, exertion, conjurers, majestically, and the last one is gallantly. So these are the vocabulary words that we have for this topic. And then we're going to have a summary of on this topic. So this topic, it speaks about what? It speaks about the story opens. The narrator is a young boy walking to his first day of school. The boy is delighted with the new clothes he is wearing for the occasion, but is apprehensive about going to school. As he walks along, holding onto his father's hand, he occasionally turns to ask his father why he must go. He feels that perhaps he is being sent away from home as a punishment. Although his father reassures him he is not convinced that there really was any good to be had in tearing me away from the intimacy of my home, at the gate of the school, the boy hesitates again and must be gently pushed by his father to enter the schoolyard, telling him to be telling him to be a man. The father explains that today you truly begin life. Upon stepping into the yard, the boy sees the faces of the other boys and girls, but feels like a stranger who had lost his way. One boy approaches and asks the narrator who brought him to school. When he replies that it was his father, the other boy states that his own father is dead. The narrator soon becomes one of the group of children, and the narrative voice changes from the first person singular I to alternatively speaking in the third personal plural we. The narrator makes friends with some of the boys and falls in love with some of the girls. He describes the school day in a manner which is meant to be interpreted as an allegory for human life, which its ups and downs, trials and tribulations. When the bell rings to announce the end of the day, the narrator steps outside the gate, but his father is not waiting there for him as promised. He encounters a familiar middle aged man. They greet one another and shake hands before the man moves along. The narrator finds that the street and surroundings have completely changed. since the morning. These changes are meant to be understood in logical terms as representing the effect of modernization and urbanization in radically changing the face of the city within the lifetime of one man. He's unable to cross the street because of heavy traffic. Finally, a young lad offers to help him across, addressing him as Grandpa. The little boy has passed an entire lifetime in what seemed like only half a day and is now an old man at the end of his life. So this is a summary of the story. This is what the story speaks about, and this is a wonderful story. Speaks about life and how life changes and how life is very fast. That it could change. That you can go. That you can grow older in a glimpse of, in a blink of an eye. People grow older, or people grow old without even noticing the age, or without even noticing anything around them. So this is a description, or this is a summary of the story, and this is what the story speaks about. The next one, the next part is the themes. And the themes here, the first one is going to school for the first time. And it appears clearly when the boy wears or puts on his clothes, his new clothes, and go to the school. And in this theme, the writer describes how the boy felt about going to the school and how he felt like it was a punishment for him to be sent away and leaving his house or leaving his home. The second theme is a day at school, and a day at school, it speaks about, or the writer shows how that the boy managed to spend his day at the school, knowing new or making new friends, knowing new information, and understanding or getting or being taught new information or new knowledge, and knowing about life in the school. And this shows how school can teach people, or can teach students, can teach little children information and knowledge about life. The second part here, the second theme is grandpa needs help. And grandpa needs help here, it speaks about how he felt at the end, that he was an old man, he wanted to help, or who wanted to cross the street and couldn't, so he wanted someone to help him. And this theme appears clearly when the young lad came to the narrator and told him, Grandpa, let me help you cross the street. And so this is the help that was needed for this narrator, for the narrator. The part here, the settings, or this part here is about the settings and characters. So the characters here, we have the narrator, we have the father, we have the mother, we have the school friends, we have the old lady. We have many characters, and all of these characters, they don't appear that much in the story as much as the narrator. We had in the beginning, we had the father who sent the boy, who took the boy to the school. We had the mother who waved goodbye to the boy from the window. We had the boy who asked the narrator about who brought him to the school. We had the old lady who stood in the school, speaking in the microphone, telling telling the students that this is the new home. This is the place where they're going to learn everything. And of course, we had the middle-aged man who greeted the narrator in the street. And then we had different settings, different places. We had the home, the school, the street. We had many different places in the story, but the most important place of them was the school. So this is for the settings and characters, and that's all what we have for today's topic. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have learned something new. Goodbye and have a good day.